How's it going? Jim's Hot Rods and Beyond. And we're working on the GMC van. My wife's doing the filming. VC crew's watching the video of the, well, basically second or third one. But we're going to go from there on in. We're going to tell you what I've done. This thing's moving right along. I work on it maybe 2, 3, 4 hours a night after work, because I not only work on other people's stuff, mostly hot rods and stuff like that all day, custom interiors and things like that. I have been tubbing the back end of this because of those 15-inch wide tires that I talked about in previous videos. You're gonna love this. So anyways, we're gonna show you that in a second. But in order to tub it, I'm gonna do some other stuff. Might as well stay right here and watch this. I'm gonna reuse the original hardware because I'm gonna show you. You see this bolt right here? See how short the threads are now? When you tub a vehicle, you custom make different bolts. This is the original 1966 bolt for the top hanger for the shock. I bought new lower bolts, but I'm gonna reuse this one since it's already cut because of the tubbed rear end now. I had some bad experiences with some. I had to buy some NOS. These are brand new AC Delco shocks made in USA. It says right there, Ohio, United States of America, ... Right there, that's the real deal. None of that Chinese bullshit. I bought these for the Ford Econoline, but since that's a hot rod with a 2-inch rise or Eastern rake in the back with a 295 tire, these don't fit. So I have to get, I had to put bigger ones, basically rear to the front and front to the rear, different. Don't ask me how that's the way. So anyways, I don't have to do that with this van because I tubbed it. It's pretty much 98% done. I'm going to show you that in a second. So basically, I'm going to use the Ford Econoline front shocks on the rear of the GMC because it's the same size as the original. That's the original GMC. This is a Ford Econoline. They're identical. See? But these are original. NOS parts. And I buy these from a guy right within 20 minutes away. $18 a piece for all NOS stuff. So we're going to go from there. As you can tell, these see the gold color on these bolts? All of the paint on the bottom side of the van is going to be bright gloss black. It's going to, all the drivetrain and the hardware, all of this stuff is going to have that gold copper tone as the engine and the transmission. Here, you want to see the transmission? That's the transmission for it. As you can tell, it's got the copper tone paint already. So basically the whole drivetrain is going to be the same color as that. But it's a 350, TH350. It was in the van when I got it, but it was behind a 6-cylinder. So let's see, we're going to show you the tub. I'm going to grab the front wheel, because in one of the videos I showed people how to redo the video, the wheels. This is an original. This is the back side. It's a 215/75/15 bias ply tire with a vintage Hurricane. Basically, it's like a turbine, because that's what I got going on this. But in the other, in the videos, they looked crappy. But this is what they look like, all polished up. It's brand new. Brand new shiny. I don't know if you can see that. But we're going to show you what that looks like up against the front of the vehicle. But basically, that's where that's going to go. I'm trying to keep these things clean, but they're not working out for me. So you can see that. And if you look, she's gonna scroll down there, and we're gonna squat down a little bit, so you can see how big that tire is tubbed. That right there is 15 inches wide by 29 inches tall. So we're gonna go there. See how nice these wheels come out? These are vintage Hurricanes, and then I've never seen people polish them before. Right now, the only thing, there's no axle in it because that's what I'm working on now. I just got to cut the axle, re-weld it, and get it re-splined. Not a big deal, like 85 bucks. Simple shit. Basic hot rod stuff I do all the time. But you can see how big that tire is now. And that's a 15-inch wide again. I could get an 18-inch wide, but these are brand new. So here, let's look inside what the tubbing is. As you can tell, you can see there you go. You can see how it is. Basically, I took 5.5 inches out of the center of the tub. Okay, now I just have to finish that. I'm doing some other body work before I finish that with other people. So it's, again, 2 or 3 hours a night. If you look where the factory tub is now that I've moved it over, and you scroll all the way down to the front, it's exactly the same as the front wheel well. They're identical now. See it down here? Those are the same. A rear tub, 5.5 inches taken out, matches the front. It's amazing. Not too many people do it that way. So this is what's going on over here. I had to disassemble the whole outer wheel tub because there's a huge dent right here that I got to hammer and dolly that out instead of filling it the best I can. So, because I'm trying to get it pretty smooth and flat, but basically all this needs to be done is just put this back on there, spot weld it back on. And same thing with the center support here. Last night before, I should say October 14th, I was going to almost finish the tubbing. And I noticed that the center brace in the back of the wall is all bent. So I did the spot weld, took it out, and basically I'm going to straighten that out. So that's pretty much where I'm stopping right there. But let's look at underneath because it's a little more open underneath here. You can see the forward leaf spring perch. It's under the unibody frame construction. Originally, they're right here. They're about 10 inches away from the basically rocker panel. In this situation, this is actually the same dimension as the front axle perch. It's exactly in the same spot as the front. And the only thing, and basically all you have to do is just take the spot welds out. There's a couple stitch welds from the factory. Those are kind of hard and they're blind. You got to use an air chisel to get them out. But once you get it out, all I did was I cut a little a rectangle notch in there to slip over the top of the unit chassis, and basically plug welded it with rosettes, stitch welded it, vertical welded it. And then and that's it. And then basically make both sides look the same. That's done 100%. I'm going to put the leaf springs back on tonight. And then the other thing is right here. The bump stop. The original bump stops were on this side because your leaf springs were this way. In order to tub it, you have to cut these off and put it on the other side. So all I did, cut it off, turn it around, and put it on this side, on the back side. Other problem is when you tub it, you bring in the tub 3/4 of an inch close to the frame. The shock bolt has to be cut off, and you have to weld on a blind night. So I'm going to get back to the next video on the next one. Take it easy.